Hey Z-Wraith, how's it going? Oh. Trying to think. My audio. I hope my audio is good. We'll find out. It's been a minute since I've touched any of this. I also haven't even opened up Unity yet. Let me open up the build. OBS should flip over as soon as it's loaded up. I have no idea what I'm even remotely going to work on. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, my webcam's pointing way high. Let's turn that down a bit. There we go. All right. What were we working on last time I streamed, like forever ago? What did I do in here? Oh, I changed a bunch of... Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and push this in. Last time I think I was working the other day off stream and I was doing some audio work. I'll just go ahead and push that stuff in. That's not that big of a deal. Wait, you're eating lunch. Isn't it like 3 o'clock for you or something like that? I forget, because if I remember right, you live in Montana? I don't know why I got Montana in my head, but I think that's... So I skipped my gut for some reason. I don't know what time zone that is, but I feel like you'd only be like an hour ahead. That's still like 3 o'clock. That'd be a late lunch for me. So what's cool is I apparently... I have gotten affiliate, which is cool. I have not set up any of that yet. It happened basically right before I went on vacation. So there's that. So imagine from the viewer standpoint, nothing is different because I got to go through and set everything up still. But I think that does mean I need to add a subscriber and a bits thing. I gotta remember how to set this stuff up. That could be something I do a different day. Cool. Let's restart GitHub Desktop because that apparently has an update. God, I have not looked at code in a while. Let's go ahead and let's do an update for Visual Studio and just have everything good to go. I'll just flip back over to, whoops. Shouldn't take too long. But let's see, where are we right now? I think I have obnoxiously loud audio right now, so... Okay, so let's just do a little bit of turning that down a bit. Thought I was going to sneeze. But let's see, while we're waiting for updates to run, let's go ahead and pull up the old Trello board, see where we left off. Because like I said, it's been a solid like 2.5 weeks since I've touched anything. And the funny thing is I'm not going to get any work done this weekend either, because that's where the stream notification of back from vacation kind of came from. Is I am actually out of town this coming weekend now too. It was my parents came in town for like a week, and so I wasn't streaming because they were here. Did a bunch of stuff with them. It was cool. It was nice. But then, so they were gone Monday. I worked all, last week, Monday or Tuesday to Friday. But my parents didn't leave till I took them back to the airport on like Wednesday. Decided to just take a break and not stream since on the Friday, since that was like the only day I would have gotten to stream that week anyway. Wrap back around to this week, where it's only a 3-day work week for me this week. Tomorrow's my last day because we have a Juneteenth off. And then I took Friday and Monday off to go to a Metallica concert. So I won't be streaming Friday. But next week, Tuesday may or may not happen. Actually, I can probably say for certain Tuesday is not going to happen next week because I'm going to have to get caught up with like other stuff and won't be able to stream. But so we'll do Wednesday and Friday next week. And the week after that will be normal, I think. No, because the week after that is 4th of July, and so I won't be streaming on the 4th of July, but I can stream the other days. So it'll still be a minute before I do like my 3 streams a week again. Let's flip this over to here. So I got fix AI wandering, stop while reload's happening. That's fine. Blah 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 blah. To do quest systems, small items, slots, finish for scopes, drops, armor. I'm gonna add meds because I'm gonna do. There's more stuff that I want to do with the medical stuff. I don't know if I will get to it. That might go here because I want to add stuff like painkillers and. Just I gotta add status effects. Most of these we have not done. I think I might. Stash tabs might be a good one to work on today. Move that out of here. Let's go back to that. Reopen Visual Studio. Visual Studio is not done yet. So I guess we'll sit here and wait for a second. No, I'm excited. I mean, realistically, it doesn't mean anything's going to change because I feel like I don't have the viewership really to probably get like to get any money yet because I just don't have a big viewer base, but it's cool that I have affiliates now. Once I fill out all the tax crap and everything and go through like the onboarding stuff to make you do, there'll be a neat little subscribe button down below. Which means ads will be coming to stream too, unfortunately. But I'm gonna do the I gotta ask, I forget how Chris did it, but I was gonna do the thing that had like I'm not gonna run pre-roll ads, and I think I'm gonna do the thing where it's like every at the top of the hour it does like what the 1.5 or 3-minute ads or whatever it is. And when I do that, I'll do the same as a lot of people, and I'll just do I'll throw up like the word game or something like that, but I'll make sure I'm not like doing actual content. Man, I'm actually looking at my payout screen right now because it's showing like what the basically like my each month, the time watched live, hours broadcast, and then like VOD minutes. Apparently somebody or somehow in January, I had 170 minutes of VOD viewership. Trying to think. Let's see. I got... It is kind of cool looking at a lot of these statistics now. I've never actually really looked at the analytics page. I only opened it for the first time when I saw the revenue page in there. And like 55% of my viewers... Interesting. So 55% of my viewers are from the United States, 7% Canada, 6% Germany. That's probably a door indicator. I got some France, Brazil, UK, Russia, Bangladesh, Switzerland, Chile, Italy, Nigeria, the Netherlands, Pakistan, and I've had a viewer from Sweden. Interesting. All right, is Visual Studio up again? Over the course of March. Oh, that was actually just from May to June. May 19th to June 17th, too. I had 31 unique viewers, 11 engaged viewers, 6 new engaged viewers, and then 5 returning engaged viewers. Cool, cool. All right, looks like Visual Studio is back up, so I can quit putzing around in analytics. All right, so I kind of want to do these inventory stash spaces. So what we need to do is you need to open the inventory screen. Menu, inventory. And we need to make room for these proper... well, shoot. I don't exactly have room for them. These will eventually be like upgradable things. Man, I gotta push these like way over. So if I grab all of this, just move it to the right. What did I do? Oh, probably because their anchors aren't the same. Shoot. Okay. If we add... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we add like 100 to the width of the actual background... And then we got to move everything over. Make sure everything's locked to the bottom left. Those are fine. That like breaks everything. All right, so we just got to do. So let's do the bag. And if we just add 100 to it, there we go. The primary. My allergies have been kicking in, which has been great. And on top of that, they're doing a prescribed burn. Not too far from me right now. So I'm getting a lot of the smoke and stuff coming my way. Which really, really sucks. Inventory name, let's make that 400. And I think all I gotta do is move the actual grid over. There we go. Everything's all lined up again, and now I have spots for tabs. So creates a and I'm gonna have that be a vertical box. Vertical layout group. Have you do the bottom left like everyone else does. 211.08. So means you should probably be 75 and 11.08. 12.8. Nope. 908. 958. That was an 8 apparently. Okay. Basically what we want to do here is create some buttons. Slot 3 is just an image with a text mesh. Do I put a... Oh, you know, I don't actually do with those anything yet. Let's do checked armor. Equipped armor script. Okay. Oh, and that just did eye pointer enter and eye pointer exit. Okay. So I have to, how do I want to handle it? Well, okay, so for starters, let's just throw a button in here and see what happens. Or image. Inventory grid slot right there. That looks good. So we're going to call this stash tab 1. And we're going to have a text. No. UI text. There we go. Do that. Give me a 100 by 100. And then we're gonna center ya. And then I think like the inventory name, the font is set to 36. So you're probably gonna be, yeah, you're set to 36. Okay. I'm Mediterranean dieting, or a Mediterranean dying girlfriend has us on a diet. I think she's trying to commit. Gotcha. The question is, do I make this a... I think I might make these their own, like, script. UI. Create a new folder. Yeah, it was good. Like I said, it wasn't so much a vacation for me versus a vacation for my parents because I was just, you know, at home. But no, we had a good time. They got in like on a Wednesday or Thursday. And then I took off Friday and we kind of hung out and just kind of went around and like did things that day because my wife didn't take off work. And the Saturday, I guess it was my vacation away from you guys. Well, what's funny too is literally right before I disappeared is when I got the email about getting affiliate, which they must have changed the requirements for affiliate because I didn't meet the old ones. But then all of a sudden I got an email as affiliate. I literally thought it was a phishing email, to be completely honest. I thought it was a scam email. So like I went to Twitch directly. I didn't click on anything in the email and it was all legit. Like apparently I have affiliate. I just have to go set all that stuff up. But I just love how that happened right before I had to disappear for like a while. But then yeah, so Saturday took my parents to a winery, which was amusing because my mom's been trying to get my dad to enjoy wine for like the last like 30 years and he just doesn't like wine. So, you know, I basically threw the Hail Mary and I was like, well, we're in Napa. I was like, we'll take you to Napa Valley and have some wine. He didn't like wine. Still didn't like the wine. But it was still good. It was so fun. Even though he didn't like the wine, he still like enjoyed it and everything. I spent way too much money on bottles of wine. I think we brought home like 4 or 5 bottles just for me and my wife. I think my mom bought some more too. But then, and then we went out to some, some fancy dinner in Napa. And then our original plans for Sunday was we were supposed to go to Sonoma to the racetrack there for this something called Velocity, which was like a lot of like classic car racing. And it was like this whole car weekend event thing that seemed like a lot of fun. I wanted to go last year and then it didn't work out. So we were going to go this year as a family and then they had to cancel it this year for some reason, which sucked. So my parents got like their tickets refunded and everything. It was great. They gave you the option to get refunded or you can keep your ticket for next year. And then there was also like vouchers. They also gave you, so you kept your ticket for next year and they gave you some vouchers and everything. So fingers crossed it happens next year and I'll go. And I already got my ticket for that, I guess, technically. But so instead of doing that, I just took my parents and I went out to San Francisco. My mom had never been to Alcatraz. But my dad and I had gone to Alcatraz once before. But it was a trip that only my dad could come. My mom couldn't it was weird. Like the first time my parents visited me, like my mom came out one time and then my dad came out another time because like their PTO wouldn't like line up. But this time they were both able to come out at the same time, which was nice. So we, you know, it took me and my dad took my mom out to San Francisco and took her to Alcatraz so she could see it, which is kind of crazy how much that place has deteriorated over just the couple years it's been since I've been there. And then we kind of just wandered around San Francisco because, like I said, my mom hadn't been there. We picked a terrible day to go. There was a Giants game that day, and it was kind of cold. The ferry that we took to get into town or into the city almost ran over a whale, so that was kind of funny. And then what did we do? Like the Monday, then I think they kind of just relaxed a bit. Because I had Monday off too, so like my mom kind of just me and my dad went go-karting, and then my mom kind of just hung at home playing some video games. She doesn't get to play because she doesn't have a PlayStation, or my parents don't have a PS5, so she was playing Hogwarts Legacy while me and my dad went go-karting. Then Tuesday was back to normal. I was back at work. My parents just kind of hung out at home, and I think they went off and did some stuff on their own while I was working, and then I had to take them back to the airport the crack of dawn on Wednesday. Yeah, no, it was a good weekend. It was nice to see him because it'd been probably a year and a half since it had been about a year since I'd seen my mom. And then like probably trying to think when my dad came out to visit, but it had been a minute. Actually, it might have been 2 years for my mom and a year and a half for my dad since I had seen either of them. Let's create a script. Stash tab. Let's do another one called... Oh, come on. Stash tab control. I don't know why I called it controller. That's work kicking in. I think, let me look up my, actually I probably could have just done. Actually, I could probably just use menu button. I don't need to create this. So on stash tab 1, let's just add menu button. And then the stash tabs will have the stash tabs controller on it. Do I hard code the? I could probably just hard code these. That's fine. Oh, I can't remember things. Your left field, menu button. Private menu button. Tab 1. Let's start. We'll do grab this menu button works. I don't really want to, I don't want to edit the menu button to have, I have to make some constant here. private const tab or private const string stab tab 1 location equals hiccups. But yeah, I said all in all, good weekend. It was fun doing all that, plus the email getting or finding out I got affiliate on Twitch. So now I'm gonna get those like pennies of ad revenue. And I got Metallica this weekend. Well, they got around it. So you know what we got to do here is do the good old. I forget how to do it. Oh, I forget how to do it. Oh, it's been forever. There we go. Got that taken care of. Been a while since apparently there's. Oh, I should have copied the thing before to put it on the list before I did that. Oh well. Okay, so what I need to do in the stash tab controller is it's gonna be just flat. Okay, so it's gonna be slash stash tab 1.json. Oops. And I'm gonna have to have a whole list of these, which is kind of annoying, but so we can do tab 1 dot on click plus equals we'll do tab 1 underscore on click this will be private void tab 1 on click. Do that. Went to Blistered Earth this past Saturday, a Metallica cover band. They really good. Only really play songs to the first 4. I have like an inverse bell curve for Metallica albums. The really early ones I love. The middle ones not like my favorite ones, but then the more recent ones I've actually really enjoyed. I genuinely enjoyed 72 Seasons. I think it's a good album. I think everything they've released from basically up to Justice for All, I really like. Black Album is good. and then Death Magnetic on, I think it's good. So I really think I've ruled out whatever. I think I've said I like everything except Load, Reload, and Insane Anger. I think that's what I just did. Hold on, let me pull up their discography now to see. Let's see what else I'm forgetting. There's their Wikipedia. Discography. Yes, I literally, there's no others I'm forgetting. I literally said that I like everything except Load, Reload, Insane Anger. And to be fair, I do kind of like, I don't hate any of the albums. Like, I genuinely like every single album. There are songs on, like, even on Load and Reload, there's songs I really like. Saint Anger, I do enjoy Saint Anger, and I know there's some Metallica fans out there that will probably crucify me for saying I like Saint Anger, but Zeppelin. Oh, thought I heard a meow. So what we need to do here actually is we got to change. We got to change this stash tab 1.json. This is also looking for stash tab 1.json, and I need to go into the data folder and just straight up change. I should probably like put like actually like stash tab 1. Okay, so before I do anything with that, let's make sure I can just actually like reload my stash. Okay, cool. So good. So that means now everything's saving correctly and stuff. And then, because by default we'll load stash tab 1. That's fine. See, let's see. What did I grow up with Metallica? My first Metallica album actually was my first Metallica album I ever had was my mom's copy of Justice for All on tape. You got a playable version of the Idle RPG game thing you were working on, and it was boring as hell, so you abandoned it. I mean, you were making an Idle game. But yeah, I mean, I guess I was 2 years old when Load came out, and Reload came out in 97. So like the first Metallica album that came out that I was old enough to remember was Saint Anger. And maybe that's why I have a soft spot for Saint Anger. Yeah, I wore out the cassette tape my mom had of Justice. And now I own them all. I've got pretty much, I think I've got all of them on CD. I've got, you know, because I was old enough back in the day. I started collecting vinyl like years ago, and I think I have their entire discography on vinyl. Okay, so actually, while I'm doing this, I need to make a second. I need to make the second one right away, actually. Because I think... Menu inventory. I'm updating the wrong one. I got to do the lootable. Shoot. All right. So actually the... Hey, Human Limits, how's it going? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a bit, and I think I also myself haven't streamed in like 2 weeks because I was on vacation. So what I need to do is actually change the... Did I not save this? Why is this not coming up on my... Oh, it's this guy. So we got to delete these changes because I did these changes on the wrong thing. So that guy stays fine. I actually got to do the loot menu. What is this even called? Menu loot, that's right. Sorry about that. Came on too quick, couldn't sneeze. Or I did sneeze, couldn't mute. For a second I was like, why is your chat not popping up? That's because you're on YouTube, not Twitch. And I've got to plug in on OBS that puts both Twitch chats so I could see, but I had my Twitch admin menu open and I didn't see you in there. Okay, well, shoot, this gets a little bit more annoying. Because... Let's add 100 onto this. And that pops off. So then I guess I can do a check here. That if it's a regular lootable, I can just drop the width a bit. And then if it's from the stash... Ooh, this got a bit more complicated now that I'm realizing this. Because it's the actual... It's the actual lootable object, because I gotta hop those guys around and... Okay, yeah, this got a bit more complicated. Darn it. Okay. So first off, what I can do though is let's open up the loot menu. Player's the one that does that, so I'm just doing. Okay. Interact. Interaction components, probably in here. No, that just turns on what I... Oh, you know what? It's in... Because I haven't fixed this yet. It's going to be in... Get input. My manager interact this. Which stash has an interact? No, it doesn't. It's just going to be in the... It's just in the lootable that's got the interact method, right? Yeah. I could put a flag in here for just has tabs. Except, how would I... No, okay, actually, okay, yeah, that's fine. So I can do... So private bool underscore has tabs equals false. So I'm gonna pass in the lootable, the player, and a boolean. I'm gonna pass in has tabs. Because then in the stash, I can say has tabs. Oh wait, no, that's gotta be a protected. Now in the stash, I can just set has tabs equal to true. Everything's good there. And the UI manager is complaining, which is fine. And we'll do bool has tabs. So that should clean up that issue. Because then now in the loot menu, I can open up has tabs, or I can, not here though. Has tabs. And that doesn't break anything else because it's a different kind of menu. So then in loop menu, I'm going to have to get a ref. So on an open menu, there's open menu. Open menu here. It's going to pass in bool has tabs. Surprised these aren't. There they are. Okay. So then what I'm going to need here then is also a serialized field private, and this is going to be a rect transform. Of the background. And then the other one's going to be of type stash tab controller. Everything's good there, because then now what I can do is on update, or not update, on open. Wait, no, don't want to do that. Where's open menu? Instantiate open menu. Open menu. So then at the end of it here, I can do if has tabs. I can do background.width. Oh, how do I access this? I had to do it before. Anchored position dot width. Shoot. I had to do this dynamically before. How do I? What is it? Local. Oh, how do I do this? Shoot. Okay. What do you mean you don't know what a rect transform is? Is it just a rect? Oh, it's one word. Okay. Is it size delta? Is that what it was? The anchors are together. Size delta is the same as size. The anchors are in each of the four corners of the parent size delta. How much bigger, smaller? Right. Okay. Got in the custom Mario Kart tracks. I've never modded them into anything, but I like making them. Like, are you making them? Like, are you making them in like a digital format, or are you kind of just like drawing them up and everything? Like, I guess, because you've said, I guess where I'm confused is if you've never modded them into anything. So they're like, are they just, is it just like a visual thing that you're doing? Or like, is there some sort of functionality that you do have? Which, speaking of Mario Kart, I have not been able to get my hands on a Switch 2 yet. And I'm kind of sad about it because I want to play Mario Kart. Okay. But my Switch is starting to have issues, so I was like, well, Switch 2 came out. I wanted the Switch 2 regardless, but now I'm like on a clock because my Switch 2 I think is, or my Switch is dying, I think. My Switch is a launch day Switch though, so I've had it for ages. How to change width of rect. Well, from what I've heard, definitely don't do it on the Switch 2, because apparently they're really cracking down on stuff, and that could very potentially get caught by like their security measures that they have put into place. Can I just do, oops, plus equals vector 2 dot 100 0. Can I just add that on? I guess I gotta do a new. Is that cool? That's cool. Oh yeah, the Wii is totally safe to hack or to mod and hack. Go nuts on that. I went on a tangent a while back where I was learning how to do modding and realized modding's actually like kind of hard to do because everything is so case by case a lot of the times because of like, you know, games being made differently and everything and stuff like that. But I was trying to learn how to mod. I was modding mostly Unity games since I was familiar with Unity, but it was Content Warning was like the game that I was starting to learn how to mod first, but I didn't get super far with that. And then the other thing that I was trying to do recently was when Repo came out. Me and my friends all started playing Repo. If you're familiar with the game, the one enemy that's just the floating head, I wanted to mod the head from that like weird skull thing to just be a handsome Squidward. Okay, so this in theory should work, and I should at least have my window be punched out a bit farther to accommodate. So if I go in here, it's thin. If I go into the stash, it's also thin. It's because I never assigned the variable. Stash. No, not stash. Loot menu. 100% Zoo-Wraith. That is exactly something I would do. I mean, you're familiar with the alignment table for Dungeons and Dragons. I would fall under the category as what people affectionately know as chaotic neutral. that one. All right, so everything's lined up correctly there. And if I go into the stash, East wider now. I've got room for buttons. Cool. So that means now I can go back into the loot menu. Where's my stash tabs? I've not added them. So it's just doing a little plus 100 here just to have that there. And then let's add to the background an empty. Stash tabs can probably go more up here. Stash tab controller, neat. And then inside this guy is going to be an image. And that image is going to be a grid slot. And then, oh, the stash tabs also needs a vertical layout group. That, put you up there. So we got 100. Added 100 over here. I think I need to add like 50 to this guy. That like butts up right against the thing. So maybe 25. There we go. I like that. And then inside the image, well, let's see, we're gonna do tab 1. We're gonna make you a menu button. And then we're gonna give you a little text. It's gonna be centered. My font 1. And then your 100 and 100. And then we're going to duplicate you. Make you tab 2. Oops. Tab 2. And you will say tab 2. And that's enough for me to work with for the time being. So then now I need the stash tab controller to drop in there. And then I can do... what did I call that variable? What did I call that variable? Tab controller. Set active true. And do that. So what I can do now is... If it has tabs, it's going to do that. Else, we'll set active false. Then that way I can leave this stuff as is, and it'll modify itself on the fly. So I open up this guy. Oh, Right. There we go. So what I need to do then, menu loot, is I do need to set the background, or this guy. We got a minus 100 off of this thing. And then they'll just be... Just finished Roll Shoals for my second hustle track. My first was Mario Island. I've also been working on Superstar Rainbow Road, which had a massive upgrade since your last vid on it. Oh, right. You have a YouTube channel. Hold on a second. I forgot. You, like, actually do videos. Because I was checking them out one time and then I didn't do anything. Oh, you know what? I also never did this. Have a subscribe. I like to support other fellow content creators. There you go. You just got a subscription from me. I need to. I'm on this weird trait where I started using my like studio account as like my primary as my primary form of like watching YouTube, and I need to quit doing that because now my algorithm on my Lethal Injection YouTube channel is like all of the stuff that I watch personally and not really the tech stuff. So I need to like make sure I keep switching back and forth between those two. Yeah, no problem, man. Okay, so now when I go in here, everything's all correct. And then if I go into the stash, which has a weirdly large hitbox for some reason, I've got buttons. Don't know why that is the case. Their hitbox got all like weird. Also, what is this null reference exception I'm getting? UI stash tab controller. Oh, that's fine. Why did you get all like broken? There we go. Let's save that off. I don't know how that broke. So then, okay, yeah. So now we gotta go back to the menu. I forget. Did you say you are or aren't a software engineer? Are you in school for software? I can't remember. I swear you said you were doing something with software. All right, so that, I think that's just because I forgot to connect up that button. That's fine. That's right. Okay, cool. So these guys, they do stuff. Now I got to make them actually like do things. Yeah, I don't have art for these repair kits. I had to rehash some of my consumable items. I took, yeah, when I was in college, I did specifically like computer science. I didn't go do like game dev specifically. I remember if you said if you were specifically game dev or if you're comp sci just learning game dev. But I did do some, I took a couple semesters of 3D modeling and animation. I've forgotten most of it, which is a shame because I haven't done it in a long time. Granted, Blender is its own, like when I was doing 3D modeling in college, I got to use Maya, and Blender's its own like disaster to learn sometimes. Never really did anything with music. The closest I got to music was I did band in like middle school. And I played saxophone, and then I got like drums and guitars back there because I was in a band when I was in high school. We were a punk band when I was in high school. And that was cool. I was the drummer. In fact, the funny thing is if you on YouTube, there still exists. Let me see if I can find it. There still exists some really, really bad, like really, really bad music that we made, or not even, they're really, really bad covers. See if I can even find it. It's so hard to. Whoa! There's a band called the Big Picture Band from NH that totally stole our name. Shenanigans. Okay, hold on. What was our YouTube channel? You know, it's bad when like I can't even find my own like YouTube channel. Oh, I'm trying. I'm really trying. Oh, I found it. How the hell do we have 340 subscribers? There's no way this Facebook page still works. Okay, yeah, the Facebook page doesn't work. Oh my God. These videos are 14 years, like 14 years old. I wish I could still log into this account. Like, I have no idea how to log into this account anymore. How the hell do we have 340 subscribers? Also, these are like, apparently we don't have everything on here. There's definitely stuff that we had recorded that's not like on this. But, oh, I gotta put this on, I gotta post a link on YouTube. Yeah, so these are bad. These are so bad. Go ahead and go crazy. Like these are her. The second I saw the thumbnails, I knew exactly what they were. The few that are in like a garage, they are atrocious. We literally set up a camcorder in like the corner of my buddy's garage and filmed it. They are absolutely god awful. I know for a fact in at least one of the songs, my tempo was way off. Those videos are also older than 14 years. I think we just made that YouTube channel and just uploaded a bunch of stuff and then never did anything again with it. But there's a couple videos that are in my high school gym because there was like a battle of the bands thing that happened. And those ones are a bit better because we were older and had played for a few years at that point. But that stuff in the garage, all of us were self-taught and had all been playing for maybe a year when those were recorded. It's, oh my God. They like I said, the second I saw those thumbnails and knew what they were, I was like, holy shit, these are atrocious. But the two guys, like all of the people that were in that band, I don't even like I haven't kept in touch with those guys. And so in the videos of the, in the garage, the guy who is singing, I probably have not talked to him I probably have not talked to him since like high school. And I graduated high school in like 2013. And then the other guy, the guy who plays bass, me and him periodically message each other like back and forth every so often, but it's definitely been like a solid like decade since I've even like seen him. All right, so we need to honestly, so there was another band that I had later. Let me see if I can find. There was another band that I had later that was after these guys, where the bassist was the same guy as the bassist in the videos that were there. And unfortunately, we had so much more stuff, but unfortunately, apparently we just didn't save, like, this stuff just got lost the time. And apparently we only uploaded like 2 things to our SoundCloud. So like, this was my later band. This one would be more likely to happen, potentially. But like one of them was also like a really, really rough, like proof of cons. I forget what you would call that. But that one, there was one that like was literally like a microphone like hanging in my basement, and that's how we recorded it. And then like another one was actually like we put some level of effort into recording it correctly. I think the one that says #pancake fidelity is the one that's like garbage quality. And I feel bad I'm not posting I'm only posting the links on YouTube, so Zuraith didn't get the links. All right, what was I doing? Okay, so we need to wait for the stash to remember. How do I want to do this? Zerath, where's our pal Fev? Why isn't he here? Just go. You should use your not asked for but given duties with no benefits whatsoever and go harass Fev and tell him to get his butt in here. Man, has my thing that's supposed to post my socials every like half hour hasn't done anything yet. What the hell? Oh, man. Okay. I think the idea of bringing or asking Zach to co-host a podcast, I think is it happening. I've tried and tried, and I have absolutely no, like, I've exhausted all means of getting a hold of Zach and asking him to like accept my friend request so I can message him. Like, the only thing I haven't done is just outright like pinged Brad and been like, hey Brad, tell Zach to like do the thing. But I also I don't want to do that because I still don't know what the situation what happened between the two of them. So I don't want to stir that pot. But like I really think that like Zach and I probably could have had like a good podcast. But I can't get a hold of him, so it's sad. All right, so on I should probably make the load on the stash just public, and that way I can just call it. Because I don't need the... Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make this guy public. Or no, we'll keep it private. We're gonna make a public method reset. And this will take in a string file path. Because then I can clear out the inventory and then rerun it. So then what I can do here then is, instead of just grabbing the inventory file path, load can also take in a string file path. And then I can drop that for inventory save path. Inventory save path. And we'll just do that. Because then on reset, I can do a... Oh, save is going to have to take in a file path as well. Okay. That got more interesting. How I want to do this. Man, I thought I was going to do a full stream day because I feel like I've been really bad at doing like full stream. I might have to call this at... I'll go at 4 at the minimum. I might call it early. My allergies are like getting to me. I feel like allergy season really doesn't get me too bad out here ever. Like in Indiana, when I lived there, allergies like killed me. When I moved out here, weren't nearly as bad. But I think the mixture between allergies and there's been a couple of yep, thanks for hanging out, Human Limits. Appreciate it. It was good to see you again. But there's also a couple prescribed burns going on some like farmland nearby, and we're downwind of it, so all the smoke from those fires is like working their way over, and it's just kicking my butt right now. I probably will not be back. In fact, I can almost guarantee I will be back, or I won't be, or I won't still be here. Because I'm definitely not making it to 4:30. Or I'm not making it past 4:30 with how my allergies are kicking up. So I think what I need to... Oh, okay. So I need to send it... Private string. Actually, I probably don't even need this. Private string, file path. Or current file equals this. Oops. I need all of that. I need a way to... I don't even think I really need to do all of this. No, I'll do an initial load for now, just because I feel like... How do I rename this? Oh, it's Control R. All right. Default file path. So we're going to do that. That way it loads on launch, but then... So reset basically is going to... String... File path. That's going to be the new file path. So what I'll do is save with the current file path. Current file equals file path. And then I'm going to load again with the current file like that. So that's how I'll reset it. Public void. Incorrect signature. What does that even mean? Oh, because it's... Here, we're going to say change tab. There we go. All right, so... iSaveable. Oh, iSaveable is a thing. All right, I'm gonna write back. I really gotta go to the bathroom. It's gonna be like 2 minutes. I'm gonna fill up my water too while we're at it. All right, we're back. Let's flip that off, flip that back on. There we go. Savable. String file path. That is fine. We can just force that to come in because then now I think like the player as savable does. So if we go to save. Save inventory with the inventory file path. That's fine. That's save. Loot menu. That's save. That actually gets a little awkward. Oh, well, actually, I can just do... Whoa! What's going on with my internet? It's just rising. Am I gonna lose? Am I losing internet? Yikes. All right. Let's go ahead and kill the... Oh, we're coming back. We're coming back. We're good. Yikes. That was a thing that happened. I said both playbacks running. That probably wasn't helping. Yeah, no, we should... Are we good now, Z-Wraith? Did everything live? We didn't die? Okay, cool. I think... What is all this garbage? On destroy... Oh, I fire off a save. That's fine. I'm gonna make a default in the savable. That probably won't break anything in the future, but I gotta set it up. I forgot. What'd you say the AI thing was that Unity, like, I mean, I could probably find it, but that the AI shit that Unity integrated into the engine. I thought I could put defaults in a interface method. Actually, if we just do save like that. Oh wait, no, we still need string file path. But then I think on the player, if I make it a equals no path needed. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, no, it's the thing that's been holding up the Vibe Day Fridays is I just haven't set it up yet. I probably won't even pay for the AI tools since the whole thing's just going to be a meme. Okay, so that'll cover the player, not still an error. Oh. I don't think I need these saves anymore because I basically am gonna have to save. Yeah, I'm basically gonna have to save manually. Get rid of these for the time being. Okay, now let's go back to where we were. Let's set this back to save. Let's just make the stash save. Equal null. And then I can just do a if. So if file path equals null. Debug.log warning. File path was set to null. Double check that this is or no, I'm just gonna I'll do a log error for here NSB. File. No, I'm not even bothered with that right now because I shouldn't need to. Oh, because it's savable. Default can just be null. Does that clear out one of these errors? That clears out both of those errors. Okay. Cool. Totally is probably not going to cause me issues later in the future, but well, I should be fine because I'm not really messing with the save system anymore. So as long as it's still working, I'm going to be fine. So by default, okay, so on the lootable menu now. Menu. I gotta make sure to do some highlighting and make these a check. But I will call it here. 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make some substantial progress anyway. I'm pretty sure Z-Wraith is the only one who's hanging out chat right now, and I know you're gonna be heading off to work here in a minute. My allergies are killing me, so I need to go take some meds, do some stuff around the house because I'm still trying to get back into normal life again. Plus, we got stuff I gotta do to prepare for this weekend. But I'll be back again tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. This is my last. Wait, say Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow because tomorrow's Wednesday. Same time, same place, per usual. If there is lurkers, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little one of these. And yeah, I think so. I think that's it. But yeah, so heads up in the future, since I did have affiliate, whenever I finally get off my butt, probably not going to happen this weekend. It'll probably happen next weekend. I finally get off my butt and set all that stuff up. So there will be ad rolls that get run on the stream, unfortunately. But I have all the other benefits of affiliate that'll be all set up. I'm going to set up like viewer rewards and all that fun stuff. But I'll probably like another 2 weeks before I get off my butt to do that. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.